Hey, this is Jeanetta, and I was just thinking the other day, plus Joelle made me do it, but I was just thinking the other day that perhaps I need to talk to you some details about the food I'm eating because I have people that always ask me about the food. Now, this is Jeanetta, like I told you so, and some of you don't know, I'm Jeanetta Owens of the past in Bachelor's Guest House, but currently now in Arusha, Tanzania. And I've been here for around about, I guess, about 6 months now. And when you come to another country, you have to kind of adjust to what they eat in that country. You know, you have your ideas. I lived in Costa Rica for 19 years, and I do crave them beans and rice, a gallo pinto, and we've tried to fix it, but it's just not the same as it is in Costa Rica. Maybe because it's just not only the food, it's the atmosphere. But I want to tell you something. They got something called samosas here. They're these little kind of torts. And they almost look like, what do you call those things? A pate. Almost look like a pate, like a Jamaican pate. But they fill them up with chicken, beef, or vegetables. And they fry them crisp. And they are so delicious. They are really delicious. And you know, most of the food they cook here is quite similar to what we eat. It's just that they fix it a little bit different. But after living in Costa Rica and doing without raspberries, strawberries, no, we had strawberries, blueberries, and some of the different vegetables and fruits, it's exciting here. You know, just down the street, not too far from here, I have a lady that she has a garden. Well, there are many gardens around here, but she has a garden and she has all kinds of greens. Yes, they love greens over here. So they might fix them a little bit different than we do, but they are so delicious. I never heard of eating cassava leaves before, and they do the fried bananas, but it's not the bananas we eat, like the sweet bananas, it's another banana. I haven't kind of adapted to that, but maybe I keep tasting. I'll adapt to it because you have a tendency to adapt to the area you're in. The food is good. It smells good, it looks good, and it sure tastes good. So I thought I'd talk to you about it. Now, the beans, they have all kinds of beans. Girl, please. They have pinto beans, they have navy beans, they got peas, all kinds of different peas. They have they have red beans. You know, in Costa Rica, I ate so many red beans until I was in red bean heaven there. But I never could get any black-eyed peas. And honey, they got black-eyed peas over here. Oh, yes. I don't know if they have any smoked ham hocks. I haven't gone that far because I gave up meat a few years ago. But I imagine they do. They have some great, great food. And one thing about the food, you don't have to worry about all those chemicals inside. It's really, you know what? The other day, I told Joelle I wanted some spelt flour so I can make some spelt biscuits because spelt biscuits have half the calories that the wheat flour biscuits have in them and half the carbohydrates. So what she did is when she went to the market, she got some spelt. And honey child, they ground that spelt right there. And I'm telling you, in no package, no chemicals in it. And she filled me some of the best tasted spelt biscuits. Ooh, they were so good. I'm just getting acquainted with all it. Can you imagine wanting cornbread and just taking a couple ears of corn to the market and they grind up that corn and make it what they call corn flour? It makes some of the best cornbread. I didn't think it would, but it does. So along with my greens, I mean, they can cook them greens. She makes something called cassava leaf green. I never heard of no cassava leaf green. And she also makes pumpkin greens, and she makes, I don't know, what's that kind they make in Jamaica? I can't think of it, but anyway, they have that green too. And they have spinach, they got collard greens, they got mustard greens, they got turnip greens, they got greens galore. Yes, because they eat a lot of greens and they eat it with different things. Today they mentioned to me about greens and chicken. And I don't mean greens with chicken on the side, the chicken mixed in with the greens. And you know, we have greens with fried chicken and some cornbread and, oh yeah, some potato salad. Well, they don't eat exactly like we do, because I'm trying to introduce some one dish meals over here. You know, the quick open of this and open of that and put it all together and you got something to eat. No, I'm telling her, do it from scratch. I wouldn't do that, girl. And you know what? They don't eat so many things real sweet. And you learn how to do it without all that sugar, and it tastes so, so good. And I'm gonna tell you something, if you eat good and you don't try to go according to the American diet by a whole lot of packaged stuff, packaged fruits, packaged French fries, and everything, you will save so much money and things will be just really, really, really fresh. And I love fresh things. It's so good. It is just so great. And you know what else? This is something you just take your time and cook. Here in Tanzania, they have a different kind of a way of doing things. They're not in a big hurry. And sometimes that can frustrate you as an American. But I kind of got calmed down when I was in Costa Rica because they're not in as big of a hurry as we are. Now, just wait just a minute. Let me just taste these beans just a little bit. Mmm. 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 That girl can cook some beans. Now, today I don't have the cornbread. We made biscuits this morning, so she bought me a biscuit, and I'll have that as my dessert after I get through with my beans and also my greens. And I don't know, are these cassava leaf greens, Joelle?
Yes.
Oh, well, these are cassava leaf greens. And they are cooked just right. She never fails on this. Oh, I get so hungry smelling them while they cook. Now, they are just really good. You can get healthy. You can get healthy here. You can get healthy by eating some good food. And you can also save money. Now, I remember one time, Charles and I, when we were young, we were in Germany when we first got married. And we noticed how the Germans eat, and they didn't eat like we ate breakfast. They had meat for breakfast, meat for lunch, meat for dinner. The Germans would have a piece of bread and maybe some cheese or a piece of what they call schinken, piece of ham. But they didn't eat eggs and bacon and potatoes and everything all in the morning. We eat in America like we're starving to death. I mean, we eat a great big breakfast, a great big lunch, and a great big dinner. So Charles and I saw how the Germans eat, and they wasn't starving. They didn't look like they were starving. So we made a decision, we're gonna eat just like the Germans, so we spend a lot less money. And you know, that must have lasted for about a month because they eat a lot of potatoes, and it was just too much. All the potatoes, and Charles was in the army at that time, walking back and forth from our army post, which was around about 3 miles away, back home. So, you know, just some piece of bread and some potatoes just wasn't making it. So we could not keep it up. But almost every country that I've lived in, that if you eat according to the diet of the people and what they eat, you can live very cheaply. But if you were like me and like some of the things you like I like cheddar cheese. I mean good cheddar cheese. Well, all that's imported. So you have to pay a pretty penny for the cheddar cheese. And I like sour cream. That's not something they really eat over here. They got plenty of cows, but because sour cream's not one of the things that they use, they don't make it, or they don't make a lot of it. And they probably just make it for we that are here come internationally, you know, from different countries that use sour cream. So you can come here, the tomatoes and things are so delicious. They have some bread called chapati, and I still like my cornbread. And thank you, but the chapati tastes good. It is good. They have so many things that they cook fresh. You know, it's not a pop and dough thing. Everything is so fresh, and you can really enjoy your meal. It is delicious. So if you're thinking about joining me, or if you're thinking about coming to Tanzania, and everyone tells you it's so cheap, yeah, it can be cheap, but not if you live like an American. If you live like an American, it is expensive because a lot of things we want is imported, and they don't have them over here. So you got to pay that. They have to pay that high importation tax, and then since a lot of people are not buying it, they have the risk of it spoiling or whatever before it comes off the shelf. So it's kind of like buying imports that come to the United States from other countries. It's just very, very high, the cost of the imports. But if you eat what they produce locally, and they produce some good food. Now, if you're a person that eats meat, let me tell you something. You taste it, and I've tasted it. I don't eat meat, but I did taste it. It tastes so clean. The meat is lean. It tastes clean with no chemicals in it. It is just a chicken finally tastes like a chicken. I had a taste of goat. I had never eaten goat before, but I had a taste of goat, and it was some of the cleanest meat that I had ever really eaten. And I'm telling you, the food is great. So when you come over, come with an open mind. They cook about everything we cook, but they just cook it differently. And some of their menus might be different, but I'm gonna tell you, they make things very tasty. So you should just come on over to Tanzania if you wanna have some good, fresh food to eat, some wonderful, tasty fruits and vegetables, and the charisma of the people living here. Oh man, they are just so nice. And I can't tell you they're nice all the time, but I'm gonna tell you that they're nice the majority of the time. So just come on over to Arusha, Tanzania, or Dar, Tanzania. But before you come, please take out time to investigate and to check where you would want to live, how you would want to live, and to talk to people about Tanzania. You can give me a call or on WhatsApp, or either what I'd like for you to do is you can send me a message by YouTube, and if you want more information about the wonders of Tanzania, just send me a note. So if you like this video, and I think you will, I don't know. But anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe and like, and let me know. Send me your comments so I can know what you want to know the next time. Now for you seniors, a lot of things I have not looked into because I don't need them. I don't know if they have some of the things we seniors have to use. So that's another subject. I have to talk about that another day. But we have a lot of things that we're doing. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy the food. It'll be better for you than the food that you're fixing. And with what you're fixing at home, somebody over here can actually, the cost, they can help fix it for you. So come on over. Don't miss your chance. This is a golden opportunity. So come on to Arusha, Tanzania. Bye-bye. I'll see you next time.